All right, let's get right into it. Over the next few minutes, we're going to unpack the core ideas from Jack Canfield's masterpiece, The Success Principles. And look, this is so much more than just a book. Think of it as a blueprint, a proven system built from decades of research on the world's most successful people that you can use to build any life you want.
But first, let's start with the most important question of all. Is success just luck? A random roll of the dice where some people get lucky and others don't? Or is it a choice? Is it something you can actually create on purpose? And here is the core, game-changing idea. Success is not an accident. It's not magic. It is a system. It operates on fundamental principles just like gravity. And when you learn them and you apply them, the results aren't just possible, they are predictable. This isn't some feel-good theory. This is a proven blueprint.
So, where does this all begin? It all starts right here, inside your own head. Because you can't change your results out there in the world until you first change your thinking in here. Everything you achieve in your life is first created on the inside. So let's start there. And that brings us to principle number 1. And honestly, if you only take one thing away from our time together, make it this one. It's the foundation that everything else is built on. Here it is. You have to take 100% responsibility for your life. Think about it. As long as you're blaming circumstances, blaming other people, blaming the economy, you are powerless. You've given all your power away. Success begins the very moment you accept this one simple truth. Your life, right now, is the result of your choices. Full stop. Okay, so once you've done that, once you've taken full responsibility, you're in the driver's seat. But, a driver needs a destination. And that brings us to our next step.
You would never get in a car and just start driving with no destination in mind, right? So why do we go through life that way? The universe can't deliver if you don't place a specific order. Vague desires just lead to vague results.
And this is the critical difference. A vague goal is, I want to be rich. That's just a wish. It has no energy. But a precise goal sounds like this. I will earn $100,000 by December 31st by selling my new online course. See the difference? It's measurable, it's got a deadline, and it gives your brain a crystal clear target to lock onto. That's the kind of precision that success demands.
But having that laser-focused goal isn't quite enough. You have to fuel it. You have to power it with an unwavering belief.
I mean, really think about this. Your beliefs literally create your reality. If deep down your subconscious mind believes you aren't worthy of success or that you can't do it, it will find a way to sabotage you every single time. The real work is identifying those limiting beliefs and actively rewriting them. You have to believe you can long before you ever will.
So how do you do that? How do you actually program that powerful belief directly into your mind? Well, there's a technique used by top performers in pretty much every field. Here's a fascinating scientific fact. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real experience and one you just vividly imagine. Successful people use this to their advantage every single day. They visualize their future, they feel what it's like to succeed, and they repeat positive affirmations until their mind is completely programmed for success. Okay, mindset is the starting block, but it's not going to win you the race. Now we have to get into the race itself. This next part is all about turning those powerful thoughts into tangible reality. This is where you become an action machine.
And of course, every action machine needs an engine. This next principle, well, this is the engine of all achievement.
Just let that sink in for a moment. Fear and procrastination are the twin assassins of success. And the antidote is simple, though not always easy. Take action. Every single day, take one small step, especially towards the things that scare you a little bit. That's where all the progress is. But action doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? The people you surround yourself with are just as important as the actions you take. Your environment directly shapes your beliefs and your decisions. So Canfield gives us 2 golden rules here. First, you have to be decisive and eliminate the negative, draining influences in your life. And second, you have to intentionally seek out and surround yourself with inspiring, successful people so that their success becomes your new normal.
And what's one thing you'll notice that all of those successful people have in common? They all understand this next essential principle.
Top performers are relentless learners. They get that success is a direct result of constant growth. They're always reading books, taking courses, finding mentors. Canfield has a simple rule: commit to at least 1 hour of learning every single day. But as you start taking all this action and learning all these new things, you are inevitably going to run into something that most people fear, and that is failure.
But this right here illustrates the pro-level mindset towards failure. See, failure isn't the enemy. It's the path. It is simply data. Every time you fail, you get valuable information. The goal isn't to avoid failure. The goal is to fail fast, learn the lesson fast, and correct your course immediately. It's a feedback loop.
All right, so you've got the mindset and you're taking massive action. How do you sustain that momentum for the long run? It all comes down to a few simple, non-negotiable daily disciplines.
So, how do you keep the engine running long-term? Canfield points to two simple but incredibly powerful daily habits. The first is practicing gratitude. This literally raises your mental state and makes you a magnet for new opportunities. The second is to focus on your goals daily. Writing them down and reviewing them keeps your subconscious mind laser-focused on the target so you never lose your way.
So, we've covered the blueprint: mindset, action, and discipline. The system is clear. The question is no longer how do I do it, but when will I start? So as you look at this, which one of these principles will you choose to execute tomorrow morning? Your answer to that question could change everything.